Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Did you notice something different? Of course you did. I look fabulous. So I missed you guys. I'm so sad that I didn't post last week, but I had a busy week and then I had a weekend full of rest and relaxation, which is something that as a content creator, as a YouTuber, as a human, you need to do and I need to do. So I'm glad to be back. I missed you and I hope that we don't have any more delays, any more weeks off, but it's life, who knows. So you guys like my hair? Let's first talk about this, and I didn't really need to make the video about it, and I'm not gonna make the video about it, I promise, but I have been struggling with this decision to do this big chop for a year. The girl who cut my hair, I've been stalking her since April of last year, and I'm just so happy I did it. Like, this big chop is one of the most freeing things I've ever done, probably the freest thing I've ever done. Like, to not be attached to hair. Whew. And if anyone who knows me, especially when I was younger, like middle school, high school, even like early college, I was obsessed with long hair. And like, that had been the only thing programmed into my mind, was to have long hair. And so I knew that I wanted to like cut my hair and get my like curl patterns all being the same. You know, I just wanted a fresh start, and I feel like what better way to do that than to be 25, cut your hair, start over, and I love it. So now that we've addressed that, let's hop into this video. As you can see by the title, it's a very interesting scene that I am going to be showing you guys in this video. So this scene is from a movie called Girl Interrupted. It came out in the 90s, and she has Angelina Jolie in it, Winona Ryder, and a few other names that I can't quite remember. But it was a pretty popular movie. It's kind of popular to like the pop culture. So I chose this scene, and it was a part of my Real Development class, which is a class to help you develop your real. Together. So, you know what? Enough said. We're gonna hop into the video. I'm gonna show you, then I'm gonna come back later and we're gonna talk about it at the end. So sit back, relax, and enjoy me playing Susanna in Girl Interrupted.
Good morning, Susanna.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, I guess.
Sit down. Well, you look tired.
Polly freaked out last night and we stayed up singing to her. Lisa and I.
Ah. Have you become friends with Lisa?
Why? Is that bad?
Does it feel bad?
No.
Before you came here, did you have many girlfriends?
Not really.
Would you say that before you came here, your friends consisted mainly of boys?
Does it also say in there that I'm promiscuous?
Now, what makes you choose that word?
I mean, how many guys does a girl have to sleep with to be considered promiscuous? Textbook promiscuous.
What do you think?
10, 8, 5. But how many girls does a guy have to sleep with to be considered promiscuous? 10, 20, 109?
Or somebody who's compulsively promiscuous might sleep with a guest in their room and on the same day engage in another sex act with an orderly.
Am I in trouble for kissing an orderly or giving my boyfriend a blowjob?
Now, Melvin indicates that you have some very interesting theories about your illness, that you think that there is a mystical undertow to life, and something about quicksand and shadows.
Yeah. And another one of my theories is that you people don't know what you're doing.
But you admit that there's a problem coping with the quicksand.
I have a problem coping with this hospital. And I want to leave.
I can't do that.
I signed myself in, I can sign myself out.
No, you signed yourself over to our care and we decide when you leave. And Susanna, you are definitely not ready to leave. I mean, your progress. It's plateaued. Oh. Does that disappoint you?
I'm ambivalent. In fact, that's my new favorite word.
Do you know what the word means, ambivalence?
I don't care.
Well, it's your favorite word. I think you care.
I don't care. That's what it means. It means I don't care.
On the contrary, Susanna, ambivalence means two strong forces in opposition. The prefix ambi, it means both, like ambidextrous, and then the rest of the word in Latin, it means vigor. Basically, it suggests that you're torn between two conflicting courses of action.
Will I stay or will I go?
Are you sane or are you crazy?
Those aren't courses of action.
Well, they are for some people, dear.
I guess it's the wrong word then.
No, I think it's the perfect word. What shores of what kingdoms? Susanna, you're faced with a very big decision. This is the biggest decision of your life, biggest choice of your life. Are you going to indulge in your flaws, whatever those are? Are they flaws? If you embrace them, are you going to commit yourself to the hospital for life? Now, these are big decisions, big choices. So I'm not at all surprised that you would pretend indifference.
Is that it?
For now. Susanna, close the door. Session ended at 4:55 p.m.
Okay, so the reason why I chose this scene to be one of the scenes that I filmed is because I really wanted to hop out of my typecast. Actors get typecast. You know, you see like Angelina Jolie and Angela Bassett. Like you just see these characters, they get typecast. These actors get typecast. And I just wanted to, I've always been cast as the sweet girl, the girl next door, maybe like the girlfriend. And my professors and I have been talking about me hopping out of my comfort zone as an actor. And so I wanted to have something more like, you know, I could be me, like, don't play me, don't try me. And so that's why I wanted to do this character, so I wanted to do this scene. And actually the woman who played my therapist was my professor. She's our casting director at our school. And someone who was supposed to be in the scene with me dropped out. They weren't available to do it anymore. And she hopped in and played with me, and it was so much fun. Her energy, Melissa's energy, was so amazing. Anytime we had her like in the room to do cold reads with us, she's the best. And I had such a good experience with her. So emphasis on her because I want to talk about my director for this scene. So the director was a part of my school. I won't say her name, but she was part of my school. And when I was doing the scene, as you can tell, I'm very angry in the scene. I'm a very like high-tempered character. And my director would use words, every time we would cut, she would use words like, give it a little sass, you know, give it a little attitude, snap your neck a little bit, even roll, you know, snap your fingers if you need to. And after like the second time she kept saying that, I'd have to be like, are you trying to tell me to black up the scene? And she'd be like, yeah. And I kind of was like, excuse me? I was really taken back. And I did not have a good experience with this director because she was using microaggressions against me. And she was being racist. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it because she would not have told, I know for a fact, she would not have told any of, take my classmates. Kenzie and Liz are like two of my closest friends at this point. And I vented to them, I vented to my whole class actually about this experience. And I've even told and said, like we all were like, you know, if this were me, if this were Kenzie or Liz, she would have never used that terminology with them. Any other white actor, she would have never used that terminology. But because I'm a black girl and we're known to be snapping our fingers and to be ghetto and loud, so that you expect me to put that into the scene. So I didn't have a good experience. And honestly, the anger that I had in that scene was the anger that I had with her. Yeah, and I was really upset about that for like the rest of the week. That was a really upsetting time for me. But it was also, I appreciate it because I know that that is how, there are so many different directors out there. They talk to their actors differently. They think about us differently. And we experience, Black women experience treatment from directors differently than white women and white men and Black men. And so we as Black women are like known to be ghetto, and we're known to be loud and angry, but we're so much more than that. And just because I'm angry doesn't have to mean I'm ghetto. And to this day, I do wish that I could have had the opportunity to voice that to her, because that really did hurt me. And I still get a little hurt when I watch that video, because I don't know, it just wasn't ideal. But I do appreciate the experience. I'd be happy to not work with that director again, but I do appreciate the experience. So I just wanted to talk back with you guys. You guys know I always come back and talk about the scenes that I post on here. So please make sure that you comment below and let me know your thoughts. Like the video so I can keep on posting more scenes for you guys. And of course, subscribe. But yeah, come back next week and act up with me some more. I hope to not take any more breaks, but life is life. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.